I got that.
Yeah,
You're gonna
good.
be online.
Good.
You're gonna be
Good,
online.
good.
I got you. What am I again? What am I again? I got you.
So this lady showed his license plate. I'm not gonna do that because well, she did it because what is she supposed to do, man? She's a fucking lady. Obviously, any fucking man can smash on any lady. I've seen some events where a lady takes care of business, but these are some terrible times. The only thing I could think of is, it's because of hate. If you got a problem with somebody just because of their race and skin color, you could see that from a mile away. What I mean is, you could spot a bad apple, and you might say I'm being judgmental. Yeah, I'm. Guess what? I'm a judge. The house I sent me to be a judge. So what the fuck you gonna do about that? Nothing. You can listen to what I have to say because it's not the time for begging anyone. And I'm still gonna do a video about why God chose Abraham. And I know there's gonna be a million and one good men from every kind of background, race, and origin that see this video and are gonna be actively looking for him. It's not because I'm only guessing. It's not because they're looking for a fight. Some of them might be, but when you see bad things going on, say something, do something. There was an event at a Target where these two Edomites tried to cause harm to this family of Ishkar, this man and his daughter, but there was mistakes being made all around. And my objective was to make sure that little girl wasn't hurt, and more importantly, to protect my wife, because I'm not there to protect anybody. No man is there to protect anybody but their own personal business, which is their wife or their daughter. If there's not an immediate relation to you, don't get involved. But I know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai made this happen for you people, to make your judgment and everything like that. So what's going to happen, I think, is that gentleman in the car is going to get found. It says Massachusetts, but there's guys like this all over the place. If you're starting a fight with a woman, a woman, it's because you don't have enough experience with women. See, I know from dealing with my wife and a bunch of ex-girlfriends that I had, is that women can't understand how not to act. They'll get emotional, and it's really hard to find a woman that can control her emotions. If you do find a woman that can control her emotions, she's probably already been hurt and she's damaged goods. But ain't no fucking. And this woman is not. I'm not saying that this woman is not controlling her emotions. She is controlling her emotions, and she does understand, because she took her phone out because this guy is trying to take advantage of her situation. Maybe she's alone, but this white man called this. She could be Puerto Rican. She sounded Puerto Rican. But this lady, N-word, hard R N-word. And yes, I use that word, but I'm not going to use it this time. I only use it like to explain things. But in this occasion, this man and everybody that gets mad initially gets mad because something's wrong, right? this guy thinks that he's been offended. And I don't know the situation. I don't know what happened before. I don't know what happened after. I'm just commenting on what's going on right now. So there's a lot of guys that hate women for whatever reason. Most likely, it's the woman's fault. Most likely. And if you're not a defensive driver or not a defensive person, you're gonna get offended, which means that you're gonna react like this guy. But if you're already prepared to be offended, it takes a lot of practice. Then you won't overreact, you know. Like, you could just expect it from a guy like this. He's fucking straight up psycho right there. And let's get a look at his face. Look at that. Look at that. Not a hair on his face. If he had a beard, he wouldn't be acting like this. Because a man with a beard, if you stroke your beard, you relax yourself. You calm down. So grow a beard if you're a man. But he's a smooth face. If you're a man, have a beard. The Lord said so. But he's a smooth face. So look at that guy. He's he's looking at her like he's gonna do something to her. Would he approach a Judite man like that? I don't think so. We've seen guys like this come up to camp and be afraid, and this guy is afraid. Rightfully so. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is turning everything upside down right now. And these Edomites are going to be cursed. Like living them. And there will be a point in time where guys like this are going to pull women out and start beating the crap out of them. So A, you women are in trouble. B, you weak men are in trouble. And C, nothing is by coincidence. It's all orchestrated. So this guy looks like he's done this before. Like he's used to it. Man, me personally, I drive defensively because I got my Challenger back. I had to pay some money to fix it. I always drive defensively. I will never try to wreck my car or even let somebody wreck it. I don't even stare at people when they're driving crazy. And don't get me wrong. There's a time to stare someone down, but don't fuck my car up, baby. That costs money. So you're in your chariot. This guy's in his car, calling this lady N-word, this word, that word, a lady. I don't know if she's got a man in there. It sounds like she don't. But, for you women, be brave and record it. Damn. Sounds fucked up, but really what you women should do is be with the man. Just plain and simple, be with the man. Because you're susceptible to this. And then this lady's like showing the license plate and begging someone to find him. Who is that someone? It's not another woman. It's not a bunch of women. When she says someone, she's talking about a man. A big, strong man. Perhaps even from one of the tribes. A big, strong brown or black man. She would prefer that. But you're out there by yourself, sis. Why? I can only suggest that you are going. I can only think that you were going to work. And when you go to work, you're all alone. But you didn't. You didn't say that you have a husband. You didn't say that you have a boyfriend. Because if that would happen to my wife would be like, I'm gonna tell my husband. And then if she told me and she showed me that license plate, I'm not saying that I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. But I would find that motherfucker, go over to his place, because all you gotta do is put in the license plate number, find his address, go look for him, and serve him up, because you're supposed to protect your property, right? So if she's going to work, then she has a man at home, but I don't think she does, because she would have said, my man's gonna get you. And this is why you women need to treat your men like kings. Your men in your life are depressed. They're all depressed. I'm depressed. I don't get the respect that I need. And respect is a key word. This man, he is a man. He lost respect. He lost respect for that woman. Perhaps he never had it. But if he's calling her an N-word, then he's just talking about that race. If he would have said anything referring to her gender, then you could say that he hates all women. We don't know if he hates all women. Salakia. But we know he doesn't like this woman. And we know he called her an N-word. Hatefully. But this is what's gonna, and this might be old, it probably is old, because all the YouTube shorts are old that go around. They don't, unless they're popular. But, people like this are the kind of people that end up hurting people at rallies, at movie theaters, driving cars. And he's got a Camry, so he's not thinking, because he's not defensive. He's offensive. He's offensive. Do you know that a fight doesn't even start when it gets physical? It starts when you see that person. If I see an ops, and I'm always looking for him, I'm on guard. And if I see one, I get fighty. There's fight or flight. The only reason I would get flighty and fly away and run is because the ops is too much. But even at that point, I'm not concerned about running. I'm more concerned about standing my ground. But this guy lost it. She's talking to her. He's talking to her like he wants to fight her. Like, what you can do about it? Pull over and see what happens. So this, guys, if you are, hitting women, fighting women, like fighting women, something's wrong with you. I know there's such thing as equal rights, equal fights, but I can tell you from experience that no woman can compete with a man. I had women try to slap me out of anger, and you know how fucking funny that is, because they're moving so slow, and it's hilarious. They'll try to swing as fast as they can, as hard as they can, but that's too fucking slow. I can see that. My eyes, they see, because I used to fight a lot, sparring on the street, unfortunately. in the cage, in the ring, on the mat. I used to compete. So you could slow, you could slow things down. And when you see something, but you see a girl swing at you, you're like, are you serious? Now I've had black belt women try to spar with me. Like it's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, they're fast and they're good and they got all these accolades and they can teach you with weapons, but ultimately you're slower and you're not as strong. And if you're slower, it's because your muscle fibers are not up to par. And if I could see your punch or slap or anything coming my way as a result of your intentions to hurt me, you're not equal to me. Now, since I'm talking about muscles and twitching muscles and reaction muscles, if a dude came up to me, I probably wouldn't even have time to see that. I would get offended. And I would be waiting. I could still see your punch, but it's not as much time to react. Because the punch is coming fucking faster. Way faster. And it's not the big guys that move fast, it's the guys like these, like this guy, 5'8", 5'7", maybe even 5'9", slim, barely muscles, because muscles don't make you fast, your twitch muscles make you fast. And the only way is to be defensive. So if you're over there getting offended, you're like this guy, can't control your emotions. You're looking for a fight, but you're looking for a weak vessel, a weak fight. That's like you're not gonna learn anything. He just wants to execute his judgment. So, fortunately for this guy, we don't know when this happened, but guaranteed he has been confronted several times. He's been confronted on many different levels. One, he's representing all you white people, all you white men, and he's showing America, if he's representing white men, which he is right now, that white men hate black people. We can only speculate that she's black because the way she talks. And you, like me, you can tell I'm Mexican. You ain't gonna mistake me from a white folk. But this guy, straight up, just put his head on the chopping block. And we don't know. We don't know if because look at his face. He's laughing. He's enjoying this. He's enjoying this. That's he's enjoying it. Look at his face. He's got glasses on, so his eyesight's inferior. If you got, I need glasses to read. But the thing is, you have to have good eyesight to see things coming. So obviously, this guy has some issues. And when people react bad, like in this way, to say, because she is a black woman, or African American, or however you want to say it, you could tell that this guy has been mistreated by some African American men, perhaps even white men, perhaps even maybe other men from other races, because of his glasses or whatever his situation. And you can tell by looking at his cheeks that he's not in shape. You know, he's got a bit of a fat cheek, and he's young. You know, he's probably like 28. He doesn't have a wrinkle on his fucking face. You know, and if you don't have wrinkles on your face, there's only one reason why. It's because you don't ever smile. You see those marks by his nose. He frowns a lot. Like, and then if you get closer and look at his eyes, if you take a look at my eyes around the crow's feet area, that's wrinkles. I had those wrinkles since I was 18 from laughing, from smiling. The majority of the time, if people smile and laugh, they'll have crow's feet, you know? And this guy does not. I mean, I'm just saying shit. I know I ain't no fucking doctor, but guess what? I kept myself alive by using these skills that I'm telling you about. So he has no concern for his safety. I bet you he wouldn't act like that if it was a man. However, this all is coming out of hate. So that's what I was talking about, hate, right? So even evil people hate good, and good people should hate evil people. You know? So let's hear what he says.
Am I again? I got you. Somebody fight.
Somebody find this guy. Somebody find this guy. Yep. Somebody find this guy. Nah. I'm gonna tell my husband. No. This is not. I'm 100% sure this is not all his fault. You women act crazy. But in a crazy world, crazy is the norm. Crazy is the norm. I bet you I sound insane to you people. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't worry about it. What I'm trying to say is more stuff like this is going to happen. More stuff like this. Shalom.